active in Democratic politics for a good while. She served in the House, she served in the Senate, she's running for re-election, and she's also the first vice chair of the New Hampshire Democratic Party, which means she's the #2 person in the party. She has done an incredible job for our party. She does an amazing job in Portsmouth. She served on the Historical Society, things like that. And we're really fortunate to have her speak tonight about the convention. She's going to give a presentation. And there are some people, Lori, right? I'm not sure how many other people are here that attended the convention. But we'll have questions and answers, and other people that attended the convention can share their thoughts. But let's give Martha Fuller Clark a warm.
All 4 nights. How many? Some of it. Great. It's a little hard to compete with what you saw on TV, but I'll try to give you more or less a flavor from my point of view of what the convention was like. We arrived in Philadelphia on Sunday. A number of delegates from Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont came on the bus, which got in quite late in the afternoon because the driver decided that he would skirt a lot of the traffic, and he took everyone through the Poconos. So what was supposed to be a 7-hour trip, as I understand it, was more like an 11-hour trip, but I heard the scenery was beautiful. So I had some meetings on Sunday, so I went in on Saturday. Saturday night, there was a major party that was held by one of the key vendors that helps us manage our database, and it was a lot of fun. It was in a big brewery in downtown Philadelphia. The only problem was it was pouring rain, just absolutely pouring rain, and this was arranged to be outside.
Oh, no!
And some people stayed longer than my husband and I did, but it was really sponsored by the Association for State Democratic Chairs, the ASGC, of which Raymond Buckley is the president, and holding that position also means that he serves as one of the 5 vice chairs of the New Hampshire Democratic Party. So things kicked off early with that event, and mostly it was sort of seeing the other people from who held positions in the Democratic state parties all over the country, and sort of getting to say hello to them early on in the convention. On Sunday afternoon, we had a walkthrough of the convention site. I was able to go with Raymond and some of our staff and sort of get a preview of what it was going to be like at the Wells Fargo Center. That was very interesting. We saw where we were all going to be sitting. You may or may not know, but we're usually a pretty favored delegation. I think it's related to us being the first in the nation, having the first in the nation primary. So we had very good seats. They were not on the floor, where it's hard to see. They were not up in the 2nd tier or the 3rd tier of where the states were. We were right in that 1st tier off the floor. We had South Carolina in front of us, we had Nevada behind us, we had Hawaii behind us, and who else was in front of us next to South Carolina?
They took that
first row. So we really had...
And New York was on the floor.
Right, New York was on the floor in front of us. We had better seats than we did. So that's always a great relief to see and to really have good seats, and then none of our 32 delegates are going to come back and complain because they're so looking forward to this experience. I went to my first convention in 1996, then I went in 2000,